Yeah, you know all the questions. Obviously discuss it in myself. Pretty much. Should.
Hey, Bron, Tom Withers, AP. This morning you said you didn't care about margin for victory, and I assume that still holds. But are the fourth quarter giving up the leads, is that concerning in any way?
No, because we're right there. We're right there of what we know we can become, and we figure it out. So, like I told you, I'd much rather have an 18-point lead than not have a lead at all. And we make plays down the stretch to win a ball game, and in the postseason, that's all you can ask for. But we're right there on turning the switch on what we really can become.
Steve Ashburner, NBA.com. For both you guys, Nate McMillan talked a lot about the third quarter. He felt his team lost composure. And I'm wondering, beyond just the X's and O's, how important is it in a game like this when you can get an opponent a little bit sideways where they lose their mental focus, like Nate talked about?
Well, that's not our mindset. Our mindset is what we can do to help each other to be successful out on the floor. We have a game plan from our coaching staff, and we just try to execute that. We can't worry about what the opponent is feeling or if they feel like they lost composure. That's not our mindset. Our mindset is what can we do this defensive possession to get a stop, offensively what we can do to execute to get a bucket. And if we can follow that game plan as close to 48 minutes as possible, then 9 times out of 10 we can be successful.
Dave McMenamin, ESPN. For both you guys, starting with LeBron, the charges that Kevin, or the one that he was rewarded, but 3 that he set up to take, what do they do for the momentum of the team? And can you describe the physical sacrifice it takes to for both you guys to set up to take a charge against a guy like Serafin who's 6'9", 285?
Well, I mean, it can go either way for a team. When you see your teammate actually sit there and take the charge, and we're not rewarded with the call, it goes the other way, because then I was rewarded with a technical. I didn't say. Anyways, so you get my drift. But then when he's able to take a charge and we're able to get the call, then it's huge, because you see your brother sacrificing his body, no matter if it's on Paul George or Serafin or Teague or whatever the case may be. He's putting his body for our team, so it's a big play.
It's a big play.
Jason Lloyd, The Athletic. Brian, when you say we're right there, what tangibly, what are you seeing that makes you so positive about where you guys are right now?
Because we're playing some really, really good basketball. Even in the first 2 quarters, we built a lead. We didn't close out the second quarter as well. You about to take another charge? We didn't close out the second quarter as we would like to, and but we have a chance. We have a chance to do something that we all have been wanting to do all season, and that's to put together a four-quarter game. And I think we're right there on the cusp of doing it.
Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. Kyrie, for you, Shump started the third quarter. It seemed like you guys had a conversation there when he was taking over for JR. And I know you're close, but what message were you trying to convey to him at that moment, and what do you think of the way that he played in the third?
He gave us energy. To have JR go out like that, come out of halftime, it was a big switch. But understanding that he's there every day and he's focused and just understanding the moment and what it entails and going forward. And I mean, he came in and just made some big plays for us, and that's a step in the right direction of just being a consummate professional, especially on a team like this where we have so many pieces on this team, but everyone has to stay ready. And he had that mindset, and came in, executed. It's hard to just come off the bench right at halftime, but we just need Shump to stay focused and understand the task at hand, and I think he did a great job of that tonight. And hopefully JR is all right as well. So.
Marla Ridenour, Akron Beacon Journal. Kevin, I don't want to get you fined, but what did you feel like did you set a tone when you were taking those charges and things got really physical there?
I think just breaking down the film after Sunday's game, just knowing that between Tristan and myself and Channing, Braun, whoever was, low on some of those pin downs and rotations, we just had to be there early. And I just want to help my teammates out, sacrifice my body. I felt like I did that tonight, and whether it got called or not, I feel like it's setting its tone for the rest of the team that. More than anything, being a selfless act and giving your body up and hoping it goes the right way. I thought some of those could have gone either way, especially I try to look up and I see the play after it happens because they try to get the crowd involved and get a reaction out of it. But I just felt like eventually, if I kept getting there, giving up my body, that something would go the right way, and eventually it did with I think Seraphin there on the second to last charge I took. But that'll continue to happen, and hopefully I'll be there on time and have more calls go my way.
That I think you had 10 points in the row in the third quarter. Was that taking advantage of something Stevenson wasn't doing or anything?
Yeah, I also think it was these guys and the guys that were out there were finding me, and we just got into a good rhythm with that. A number of guys stepped up throughout the game, and then these guys took over in the fourth quarter. So that was just a moment in the game where we took advantage of a certain situation, and they kept feeding me.
Michael Bevan, Akron Beacon Journal. LeBron, Shump went from not playing in game one to logging 20 minutes there in the second half. Just from your perspective, what did you see out of him and what he brought to the team defensively and on the other end on offense?
What I saw was a true professional. Gotta stay ready, and number wasn't called in game one, wasn't called for the first half of this game, and because of the circumstances, his number was called right away, and he had to be ready, and he was keeping himself ready, behind the scenes. We needed it. We needed that energy from him. Also hit a big three on a swing from Kev on the left side of the floor by their bench, and just gave us a lot of energy. So he's true professionals. Definitely a great way to just stay ready and be ready for the moment. And he was there.
LeBron, what was the biggest difference defensively in the third quarter after the way that they finished the second?
I think it was just a little bit early on a lot of their sets. Shump, like I said, came in, gave us even some more aggressiveness, on the ball with PG. And, our bigs, Tristan and Kev, did a great job of rotating when we put two on the ball. And myself and Kyle on the backside, we just tried to read and react. And so we were moving, we were flying around, we were communicating our coverages, and it allowed us to have that 33-20 third quarter, advantage to going our way.
Anything else? One more. Dave in the middle.
Kevin, did the matchup when they went small, and you were matched up with Lance Stevenson, did that get you going at all? It seemed like not only you fed off it, but the entire team fed off those sequences.
Yeah, I knew I just, like Kyrie always says, do your job. I knew that.
That's your job.
That's my job.
Lance Stevenson on you.
Right. So I knew I had to get myself going, and these guys kept feeding me. We got into the bonus early, and just kept going to it. And I think that energy, really picked up on the defensive end. It was dictating what we did on the offensive end, and from there we never really looked back. And it was a good third quarter for us.